Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and this is once again another edition of Top 5 Best PC Hardware Deals of the Week. We've actually got some really good deals this week, so let's just get right into this with number 5, and number 5 is a pre-built computer, which I've been promoting a bit more on my channel. Ever since GPU prices have been all over the place, pre-built computers have been one of the better options if you do want a gaming rig, and Best Buy's got a really good option on one. They've got the Dell Inspiron desktop with an AMD Ryzen 7 1700, 16GB of RAM, which that's very nice. 16 gigs of RAM is very expensive these days. An 8GB AMD Radeon RX 580, as well as a 1TB hard drive. Obviously, with this, you also get a copy of Windows 10, and that's valued at around $100, and this is coming in at Best Buy at $850. You can also get a open box version for $765, so if you want to save a little bit of money, that's an option as well. $850 is a really good deal. The 8GB RX 580 is super expensive, and then you get a Ryzen 7 1700, which is also pretty expensive. A 1TB hard drive, you get the 16 gigs of RAM, you get a copy of Windows 7. I'm pretty sure you can't build a better PC than this using $850 if you were to buy part for part. So yeah, that is a really good option. It doesn't specify what power supply is being used, so it's probably not the best one in the world, but if you want to swap that out, that isn't too hard of an upgrade anyway. Moving on to number 4, I want to mention a couple of power supplies because Newegg has got some great deals on power supplies. More on the budget end. First, we have the EVGA 600W Bronze 80 Plus certified power supply. This is going for $40, and there's a $10 mail-in rebate, knocking it down to just $30, so that's a really good deal on a 600W power supply. You're not going to do much better than that. And 600 watts is enough to pretty much power any rig, even as high as like a GTX 1070. You'll be fine with a 600W power supply. This exact power supply was actually the one I used on my first gaming rig ever. And yeah, it did the trick for as long as I had that rig, which was like 3-4 years, so it was pretty good. If you're on an even tighter budget, this is an insane deal. The EVGA 450W 80 Plus Bronze certified power supply. This is non-modular. It is just $22, and there's a $10 mail-in rebate, knocking it down to just $12. That's probably the craziest price I've ever seen on a power supply. I think one time I saw like a $30 power supply with a $20 mail-in rebate, so that knocked it down to $10 power supply, but here you're paying a little bit less on entry, and then the mail-in rebate does knock it down to just $12. But even if you don't use the mail-in rebate, $22 for a 450W power supply, 80 Plus Bronze certified, that is really, really good. And this is perfect for a budget and build if you're using, say, a GTX 1050 or a 1050 Ti. A power supply like this would be absolutely perfect, and for this price, it's a bargain. Moving on to number 3, we've got some storage, some crazy storage. The Western Digital Black 6TB hard drive is $245. Yes, that's very expensive, but the WD Black is a performance drive, so it focuses on performance. And typically with the WD Blues, you are paying $50 a terabyte, so if you look at it that way, $50 a terabyte, 6 terabytes, that would be $300. Here you get the WD Black, and it's cheaper than that. It's $245, so I think this is a pretty good buy if you do want a huge hard drive, if you're going to be downloading a lot of games, you want to record videos. And yeah, 6 terabytes is a lot of freaking storage, but to have that all on one drive is pretty nice. But yeah, this is definitely a niche product. I don't see many of you guys really needing 6 terabytes of storage space, but for the few of you that do want that, $245, not a bad price at all. Number 2, the Acer S24 1HL Black 24-inch monitor is down to $110. This is a 1080p monitor, 5 millisecond response time. It's got VGA ports, DVI ports, as well as an HDMI port. It also has built-in speakers, which is really nice. The built-in speakers are pretty terrible, but it's nice to have that as a backup. And $110 for a 24-inch monitor is really good. You're not going to do much better than that. If you're really the bargain hunter, you can find 23-inch 1080p monitors for $100, but those deals come few and far between, so $110 for 24-inch, and you've got a lot of features on it. This is a pretty solid deal. Newegg has the list price at $150, but no way would I ever pay $150 for this monitor. I would say $130 is typically like the retail price, and then $110 is a really good deal on it. And finally, number 1, we've got a graphics card on here, not the best one that's been readily available, but the MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti 4GB GPU is $150, and there's a $10 off mail-in rebate, knocking it down to $140, which is a really good deal on the 1050 Ti. This is a great GPU for 1080p gaming. It can't max out every game, but a lot of games it's going to perform a lot better than what the PS4 is putting out. We're talking the higher end games at 1080p high settings, 45 to 55 frames per second, and yeah, that's a lot better than a lot of games running on the PS4, even the PS4 Pro. It's actually handily better than a lot of those games. The comparison to the consoles really isn't all too relevant here. It's quite a bit better. Obviously, I'm sure Scorpio's gonna challenge that quite a bit, but Scorpio's not out yet, so I can't make that claim yet. And yeah, $140 for a 1050 Ti is a really good deal. Unfortunately, it looks like the Rocket League promotion has ended. With 1050 Ti's, you used to get a copy of Rocket League, but it looks like that isn't a thing anymore. At least Newegg doesn't have that listed. But still, for $140, it's a really good deal on this GPU, so I would still recommend it even without Rocket League. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know if you pick any of these deals up. Some pretty good deals this week. That pre-built computer is really solid for those of you that want a new gaming PC. It's a relatively higher end one, all things considered, so I would definitely recommend to check that out, even if you are scared of pre-built computers. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.